Alright, let's see. Is this gonna work now? Alright, let's see. I think it is. Let's see. I think it's working. Okie dokie, so we're back. That was funny. Anyways, where was I? I was renaming things. Yes, I was gonna check if because we do have, let's see, a bunch of definitions, or we should have anyways. In here somewhere, data, definitions, blessings. Okay, so yeah, it didn't break those, so that's fine. We have a lot of blessings to create. Actually, I'm not sure how much time I'm gonna have with the blessings in the game overall, but like, I like to make like a lot of them, like truly a lot of them. Welcome back, thank you. Yeah, it's good to be back at making games. It's been too long. So yes, thank you. So cool. All right. We were working on the blessings. We do have like in the game right now we have blessings by regions. So I think just so I can organize stuff, I'll do one for LUMI. And then I'll do, yes, we'll do one LUMI and oops. And then Greece, probably Greece. We actually have names for those regions. Hang on, I call it Greece because I'm lazy, but we do have names for it. Let's see. Yeah, let me show you. We actually have, I don't want to spoil too much, but like we do have like a document with like, let's say game design, and we're adding a bunch of things in here. One of the things I was working on today was the profile, the control profile, because we're likely going to have multiple profiles and then let people customize them, because people don't like if you play the game and like, let's say you're presenting your game to someone else, or is this just like an event or something, people are not really gonna, I don't think, or at least in my experience, like they're not gonna customize a lot. So my solution to this is gonna be like, I'm gonna build a different like profiles, control profiles, and then we'll also have the customization for people who actually play the demo at home, so they can do whatever they want. Because we did a playtest for this game, and like there were people who customized the game for like 10-15 minutes before they even start playing the game. So I understand that people like to customize and get things just right for them, so obviously we have that option, but when the other person doesn't have that much time, I want to have it prepared as possible. So that's something that we're going to be doing later today, but what I want to grab from this document right now is just the regions. There might be some stuff in Portuguese, but like I will translate if that's the case. Where are the regions? I don't see the regions. Oh, there you go. Oh, I didn't put the name. Oh, God, okay. I thought I had the name on here, but I don't. So we're just gonna call it Greece, and then we're gonna have that name too. We'll skip Egypt for now. Okie dokie. So we have Greece, and then we have Indorama, I think it was. I have to be careful with the names because someone said that some of the names were confusing, and some will be confusing because the whole game is about. I'll put Egypt too, just in case. The whole game is about like a world that connects other worlds. So we have things from other languages and other cultures. So some words will be difficult. But maybe I can simplify some of them without butchering the actual words. So I'll do my best. Egypt is going to be number 3. Alright, so Anubis is going to be from Egypt, and we'll set up the localization stuff from them. Aries and Ianos are good, and Lysios are going to be from Greece. Those are the ones we have for now. We'll be able to more later. And also, like, I do have somewhere the actual code for those, so we might be able to implement them in the game today. But anyways, let's set up the localization for them. I always forget how to do this. Let's see. Asset management, localization tables. There we go. A lot of stuff in here. So those are the enemies. We're looking for blessings. There we go. Okay, so this was from the old system, so we'll be renaming some of this. So let's call this one Blessing, Greece, Aris, Title. And this will be Blessing, Greece, Aris, because we do have Aris, right? So Aris, Janos, let's find Janos. There we go. Can I move up stuff? Yes. See, that's why I replaced my old system, because that wasn't it. Because even to implement simple features like this was becoming a pain to do. And it has one built in already, so I took the lazy route on this one just because, right? I'm not gonna sell more copies because my localization system is awesome. Like, I do need localization, obviously, but like the system, like, people don't care about the system that I use, right? Whatever makes me finish this faster, I guess, will be the best. And I can focus on gameplay, right? So, okay, so I'm rambling now. So let's also set up Odysseus. Where is it? So Blessing. Odysseus is gonna be a fun one too. Greece, Odysseus, title. And we also have the description. Now Odysseus' description is actually gonna change because the mechanics could also change, right? My phone is ringing. I'm gonna okay. The king of Ithaca grants you the king's wisdom. Yeah, let's call it king's wisdom for now. And by the way, I think the title should be the actual name, right? So for example, Aris is godly rock, right? So that should be the name. That should be the title. Maybe we can add another key, which I don't seem to know how to do. Oh, there. And we're gonna move up. Put it over here, maybe, and then call it Blessing, Greece, Aris. Let's say Source. I don't know if that's just disrespectful or something, but we'll do that. And then that'll be Aris, right? The god of war. Okay. And then we'll do... I also have the translations for Portuguese, but... And I have someone wanting to do this in French, and I meant to answer him. I'll answer him today. But it's gonna be a good thing to have. Like, obviously, I have to translate to more language too. Not have to, but like I would like to do that. So I'll do it in English for now, and then I'll worry about the others. At least we have the system working, which I think is the key. Divine passage, and then we'll do the source. Okay. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Janos here. Here? No. Try to be organized. Maybe a little too much organized. Greece. Janos. Source. And then that'll be Janos. This is channel. Okay, that's also wrong. Well, let me add the new entry. We'll focus on the Greek blessings for now. And then we'll worry about the other stuff later. So, blessing, Greece, or issues. Call it source too, so that'll be issues, and that'll be issue. And that is King's Wisdom. It was supposed to be just gods, but like I'll remove those that I'm too lazy to do now. But okay, so we have what we need, and then we can start linking it up. Well, what was I saying? I was saying something. Forgot. Something about... I don't know. I forgot. If I remember, I'll talk about it. I tried to talk about my game because I feel like even like talking to myself sometimes about my game helps like understand what it really is. So blessing name, blessing description, and then we have localize the string. And then should we have the name of the blessing on the icon or not? I don't think we should. I don't know. It depends because we do have some cool art with like the titles and stuff. So I'm not sure. Not sure. I'm trying to organize my space. Hang on, sorry guys. Sorry. There you go. Too much stuff going on. There you go. All right. So description, and the other one would be the source, right? So blessing. Go. And before we had like orbs that you could collect, but that was because the original game was the idea of the original game was you collect orbs and then you throw orbs. But then quickly we realized that orbs are not that fun. Like you can set up some cool stuff with like 2 or 3, but if you want to build a whole game, it's kind of not fun. Like it's not that fun. So we decided to go with blessings, and we do have like I think not this one. I think we do have like a statue of artists that we can get something working. Unity's taking a while. While Unity does its thing, I'll also rename this. So let's rename it to region definition. Oh, I misspelled it. Oh no, I did it right. Oh, good. Okay, so space. What is this? This is the setup. And then we have graphics. Oops. Region icon. I mean, don't know if we're gonna have this, but okay. Region color. Yeah. So this is. I'm actually gonna put that in. So filter. This is for. This is for the minimap. Because we only care about this for the minimap, right? The icon, I don't know if we're gonna have. Are we gonna have an icon for the region? I don't think. Like, I feel like if we're gonna have something related to graphics for a region, then it doesn't really matter. Like, it's not gonna be a UI thing. It's gonna be like, let's say you have like a sign somewhere in the game that says like this is whatever region. But I don't feel like we're gonna have an icon that will represent this region. I don't think so. I'll remove it and do it differently. So I'll remove this and then I'll put minimap instead. And then here I can have more stuff about the minimap. We do need the name though, so let's add to the localization. Okay, so that'll be localized string. That's what gets me, because it's localized, which obviously makes sense, but like, I don't know. It gets me every time. Just joking. Okay, so region definition. That's it. And blessing def. Oh, I also have to rename this. How do I rename it? Oh, okay. Definition. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was here somewhere. And I don't know why it's breaking the copyright. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. Let's go back. I think the internet failed for a little bit. I don't think it was the internet, actually. I think it was my PC. Too much to handle, maybe. Compiling things is what takes the most time, so probably next time I'm probably gonna spend more time on the code and then just do it once, so it doesn't freeze forever. I also have too much stuff open, so I'll probably close some as well. But anyways, let's not talk about the bad stuff. So I'm trying to figure out. I have so much old stuff that. Okay, so blessing. Oh, it doesn't fucking need anything. Okay. So a blessing, Greece, Paris. Was it this one? No. No. I wish it. Like, I spent so much time organizing the order. Why does it not keep the order? Okay. This is source. Okay. Alright, so we have one set up to test. Oh, by the way, I do have a color. Where is it? Here. Okay. I do have a color for this one, which is this. That's the correct color. Which is something that we used on the previous interaction. Okay, so I also have an icon, I'm sure. Let's see. Orbs. Yeah, this is all old. I have to update this. So icons, level 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so this is very, very old. I'm gonna create a new folder, call it blessings, and then we'll do icons. Then we're just gonna have the icons in there. So I'll duplicate this because I feel like this is the best one. Because before we also had 3 levels per orb. It was messy, I think. I didn't like it too much. But I think now we fixed it. Like, at least in theory, it should work better. So hopefully that will do the trick. So we'll do Aris for now. I'll check the other stuff later. We also have Odysseus. We might also, like, we might keep the level mechanics, but like the idea of improving the orb is no longer a requirement, you know? At least I don't think it should be. Icons. You see, like, level 1, level 2, level 3. You know, obviously it sounds cool to upgrade the orb, but like when we tested it, it wasn't fun enough. So rather have it like upgrades be like, you know, increase, you know, movement speed, or increase whatever stat it might be, or maybe have a different skill or whatever it is, then doing like those level tiers that don't mean anything for the player. Okay, so Odysseus is also a blessing. So those are the ones that we have it for now available, and I will link them up. Link this here. So there you go. And Janos, do we have? Okay, so I'll set those up for now, and then I'll do the others later. There are some things that I'm probably gonna be doing off stream, as much as I like doing the streams, and I'll do a lot more streams from now on. But like, there are some things that are just boring, I think. Title. Should be the description, and this should be the source. So Greece, Janos, source. There we go. And we also have, oh yeah, so we have 3 colors: Janos, Odysseus, and Ari. I think we've done the first one. Let's do the other 2. Janos, that's the one. How do I do this? Oh wow. Okay, now that. That was supposed to be easy. Never mind. And we have Odysseus color too. And this color will be used for effects and stuff. Okay. This has a very clear purpose. And what is this? This is Greece. Odysseus. Greece. Odysseus. Oops. And Greece. Odysseus. That should be the source. Yes. Again, why can you not just keep the exact order that I set up? Like, is there a reason for the table to be reorderable if it's not, if it doesn't remember the order? Because what I feel now is that I wasted my time organizing the table, even though I spent like 5 minutes doing so. Or not even that, honestly. But and I'm a little bit too picky with Unity sometimes. It's a great tool. It's awesome. I'll save project because sometimes the SOs don't get properly saved. But yeah, okay, that's it for now. So those are set up. And we have the factions here. We'll look at the combat stuff later. Like, I feel like I have a little bit more work to do on that before I work on this properly. So we do have some UI stuff to fix, but before we do that, I want to create a scene so we can test the blessings. Because I have those test rooms that I'm using for testing stuff. Very creative. So we'll just duplicate the scene and call this blessings. And this should be its own thing. I know it's all wrong and should do that, but whatever. Whenever it's something like for me to test it, I just want to get it done quick, you know? I'll remove that for now. Okay, so I'll probably gonna delete most of this just because I don't need it. And for example, this is gonna go away. The orbs, I'm gonna keep it just because I am actually gonna have a look on how I'm doing things. Because before, the way it worked was you collect an orb, so you jump on the orb, you collect the orb, and then there's a little animation saying you collect the orb. But now it's gonna be a little bit more like Hollow Knight, where you go to a thing, you interact, and then like dun, 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 dun. I know that's a Zelda jingle, but that's kind of the gist. Alright, so interactables, I'm also gonna remove, with the exception of the checkpoint. We're also not gonna have any more checkpoints, by the way, which, yeah, something that's gonna happen. I'll remove the enemies so it's not confusing. So this test room is just gonna be for the blessing. So what I'm gonna do is, okay, I have to remember how to use this because last time was, I think I can, hang on, I think I got it. No, that was not what I was trying to do. Okay. There we go. That's more like it. There's a hole here or whatever. Hopefully it's not lagging too much, but whatever. Okay. And by the way, this is the tile sets that I'm using for now. And so I'll just do some simple stuff, like this is just a test room, it's not supposed to do anything fancy. Okay, I'll just put some walls. Okay, yeah, whatever. I just want to have some walls that the player can go through. And I know that's probably not the best use of my time, but sometimes looking at something that is a little bit nicer is motivating enough. Okay. I probably should set up a confiner and all those things, but I'm just gonna skip that for now. Consider this is not a real level, right? And I'll put this checkpoint over here. Again, we're not gonna have checkpoints anymore. And the way it's gonna work, it's gonna be fun. So I'm probably not gonna say anything for now, but whenever I have that in place, I'll showcase. I think the idea is good. I've tested it and I think it's gonna be good. Okay, so let's put Atlas on like near the thingy. Why do I not see? Where's the transform arrow? I think I did something wrong with this prefab. Hang on. I'll figure it out. And the orb controller will now be Blessings controller. So that's something too. Yeah, so this is what I mean, like, it was too confusing. Like, you had orbs to then get skills, and that's what is gonna change, essentially. So we do have a lot of things in here, which is probably why I'm not seeing the thingy. Yeah. Okay. Oh, but... Oh, I'm dumb. So if I go, hang on. If I go, where is it? Where is the model? Logic, offset. Oh yeah, offset. Retention node. If I click on I never saw that, so we'll do just center here. Or pivot. Yeah, there you go. I took way too long on that. Okay. Another thing is there's not enough depth, I feel, on this test level, but it's gonna be fine for now. Okay, I'll move the checkpoint over here, and then I'll go grab the... Let's go grab the statue. Because, yeah, I think statue, yeah. I think we'll do from a statue. It's like you interact with the statue, and then the statue gives you the blessing, representing the god giving you the blessing. I think that will work. I don't know. I'll test. I can't remember which scene it was. No, it wasn't this one. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we have it somewhere. Okay, it wasn't those. Oh yeah, it was a scene like this, which I think it looks awesome, but like it was something like this. And we have a dragon. That's gonna be fun. Okay. Oh, there you go. Found it. I knew it was somewhere around here. Okay, so that is the statue that I was talking about. Well, just... Okay, so hang on. This is the whole thing. Yeah, okay. Probably gonna need to make a prefab out of that, but... essentially what I want for now is just this object. Let's go back to where I was. I knew it was somewhere. Okay, so let's paste it and move it to the correct location. But what I'm trying to do for like right now is just a simple thing: is you interact with the statue and you get a blessing. I do have to fix a few things on the UI, just to ensure that, you know, we can see this information. And we might need to update Atlas too. But this is all gonna be worth it. It's gonna be fun. Because then we can start linking the functionality properly and all that. Okay, so I'll call this, I'll start preparing this as a prefab. So this is gonna be a prefab bless or... Now, there's a like a sort of game design / game UX question, which is, are all the blessings gonna be given from a statue? Like, are we gonna have a statue for Ares? Are we gonna have a statue for Janus? Are we gonna have, like, each god or hero is gonna have one statue that we use as a, like, interaction point to get the blessings from? Or is this gonna be like a like each one, like, for example, Ares is gonna be the statue, but like another god can be like a challenge, and then it's just like a light beam from above. So I'll call this prefab blessing or prefab. This is an interactable, right? So, or a collectible. It's a collectible, right? Collectible blessing arts. So we'll do as a collectible for naming purposes. So. And I'm setting this up just so I remember later how to save things. So this is gonna be a blessing. Blessings. I'll put it over here for now. Okay. So in here we have the sword, which we don't need for now. Because the idea... Oh, okay. Maybe we... I don't know. I don't know if it's like magic where it gives, or not magic, but like it gives Atlas. Atlas is the main character, by the way. So it gives the character the blessing, and then the character like transforms, and then it has, you know, the helmet, the shield, the sword. Or if it's something like physical where it gives you the stuff and then you equip. I feel like it should be like magic, because the whole point of this is blessings that you get and then you can switch between them. So I'm likely gonna remove those, and then I'll probably remove one of, to be honest, I'll remove both, because if it's just the blessing, all you really need is this. So, and I would even say I'll create this, and then I'll put it over here, move it down where it touched the ground, like so, sort of, right? And then this will be my prefab, and then this will be my model, because then I can do other stuff with it. And likely I'm gonna delete those. Not gonna need it. Okay. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a box collider. It doesn't have to be precise, it just has to be something like this. Actually, I'm probably gonna make it smaller because I want the player to go really close and interact. smaller. And I want the player to be on the ground also, so we'll see how that's gonna go. Oh, yeah, there we go. And then I'm pretty sure we have a link track. Oh, we have too many layers. Hang on. Interactable. Do we even have like space for new layers? We have 1, 2. We have two new layers that we can add. Ugh. This game got way too big. Okay, so interactable. Before I do that, actually, let me see how the orb is being done. Collectible state percent. So we'll need this, but I'm not sure about this. That's it. So orb collector, which, to be honest, is pretty much the same thing. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So, but this one uses the trigger enter, which is not what we want. And we do have a function for collect orb, which we can keep it for now. And skill type will be actually... Should we use ID instead? Or should we use enums? I don't know. I don't know which one is gonna be better. Let's see what this is doing. So collect orb. We're not gonna have 2 slots anymore. I did have 2 slots at some point, but that was because we had orbs. So skill type. So if there's no orb with that type, so we are using types. We could use IDs. The cool thing about types, though, is that it's just a... Well, I guess I could build this tool, but like I feel like it's unnecessary, because if it's enum based, I could just have it as a drop down essentially and say like this is from this skill. I could do the same with like a inspector tool, but I feel like if I just keep the way it is, it's better. So we'll do a few things. So this is not gonna be skill type anymore. This is gonna be blessing type. It's not type, really. Call it type just for the sake of it, and rename those too. So blessing type, item type, yeah. Okay. That's fine. When Unity decides to compile, it takes a little bit of time. Okay. I gotta be careful when I say that, and I don't know why it's doing that, to be honest, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so blessing, item type, that's fine. We'll keep it, say, grace, and I'll like separate the blocks. So this would be, say, Lumi. We'll have Egypt and then Brazil. Okay. Item type, yeah, that's fine. So blessing type, and we'll rename this too. So this would be blessings. And the way it's gonna work, let's see. Everything else looks like should be the same. So we just do collect blessing. We'll name this to I'll remove slot B2 because we don't need it. So we'll name this to. By the way, this is the reason this is important is this. Oh god. The reason this is important is because this is the actual save data. So this is what I'm going to be saving to the file. So I want to organize it so it's, you know, not a mess when I'm trying to save and debug stuff. So this is gonna be, I'll rename this to blessing slot, which it makes sense because we're only gonna have one. Well, we don't have any more upgrades, which is whatever. But also rename this class to blessing slot. I'll keep the level. I'll call it blessing level. Just because we might still have upgrades, but like it's not gonna be used for the same thing. Which is why I'm also gonna keep the upgrades here, because we might still use it, not in the same way. Okay, so slot B is not required at all. Okay. So blessing, collect blessing, has blessing, assign, rename. I'll be assign blessing. Same thing. Unassigned blessing. I'll be get player blessing next. And we have skill data, which is something else. Like this is also definition, so I'll put that over definitions. You like, I know I haven't worked on the game for a little, but like you always get better and understand like the stupid things you were doing before, right? So it's probably gonna be a little bit slow now, but I have to compile. It wasn't that bad this time. I don't know why. Like sometimes it really goes at it, but like most times it's fine. Unity is done. Okay. Alrighty. What was I doing? Oh, I just needed to compile, right? Yeah. So skills are actually, because skills are blessings. Is that what it is? Essentially, yes. So we're probably not going to use skills anymore. Or we actually are going to use skills, yes. Because a blessing, you can have a passive and an active skill. but it's gonna be different from the so sanctuary name. Interesting, that choice of words. I don't know why I did that. But those things are important, like blessing type, yes. So, by the way, this should be in the blessing definition. No need any of the. Oh yeah, by the way, we might need those actually. Don't know. What is this? Trigger or hold? Trigger or hold? That is interesting because trigger means you press a button and it does something. Hold means you have to hold a button, and that in itself means that I can't use both. I have to use one or the other. So yeah, I'm not gonna need this. So those two things will be skills, not the blessing, because like I might have a skill that is a projectile and I might have a skill that is a shield, and they might be linked to the blessing itself. A projectile, we don't need a projectile. Don't have stamina anymore, don't have base damage anymore, because you might not have damage in some cases. So we'll still use this code, but not now. Well, what we care about right now is blessings. So let's go back to the orb collector, no orb collector, the game data. Rename this. Call it get blessing level. Okay. Level up. We don't need level up. Not for now. Level up. Yes. Okay. So I'll keep this just so I don't have to redo it later. But like this would be something that is gonna be removed, I think. So. I feel like this should be blessing definition, right? But okay, right, yes, but I also need to remove this, so something like public list blessing definition. Also, you could simplify this. And before I say that this is just waste of time, as you can see, my screen is not that big, so like how much text I put on screen is also important. This is also something that I had to replace, but I'm not gonna worry about that now. Again, I only care about the blessings at the moment, so we'll do public blessing definition, get blessing type, and we'll do essentially the same thing. I'm thinking about it. Oh, because this shouldn't use this, but or maybe it should, because the skills are gonna be linked to blessings anyways. Are they? I think so. So let's do blessings. That's the default. And that should be blessings. Okay. Do we have anything else? No, I don't think so. So that would be, again, replacing this, so that would be blessing definition. And that'll be get blessing. There you go. These might break a few things, but that's fine. It's likely gonna break UI. So, okay, and here we have a few things that young Victor didn't do properly, which is the reason I have those two methods is because I want to debug. So instead of doing this, I should do dev or if dev, which apparently is something that I didn't set up. And then I can rename it. So let me set it up. As you can see, a bunch of errors, which is fine. It was expected. So I think I have to go into build profiles, I think. I was supposed to have a screen somewhere. Oh, there we go. Now, player settings. There we go. And there we go. We'll add. Actually, we shouldn't do it in here. I'm gonna create a new build profile and I'll call this that build. Just in case we have problems in the future. At least we know that this was specifically a dev build. So if I press switch profile, it's gonna lag a little bit, is it? Because that's the only thing that I need, really. Oh, I'll click it. It's compiling now. We'll see. Are we back? I think we're back. Should have done this before stream. I think it's done. Okay. I think we're back. A lot of old code in this place. Okay, let's see what else is wrong here. So we don't have sprite, we have blessing icon, or not color icon. This would be blessing name. We don't have this. Just gonna comment for now. And I'll also comment those things because we don't like the levels are not gonna work the same way. And I already had commented a lot of stuff, so I probably was already thinking about this. See. Okay. Alright. Now, didn't take too long. Again, like I'm probably gonna have to do a lot more stuff to get everything right, but for now, it's fine. And this will now become, it's from game data. So where am I accessing this from? Debug layer. Okay, so that's good. So what I'll do is I feel like we need like putting, because there are methods that are supposed to be debug only, right? Or it's the case of this. So I'll put debug and then level up bless. Level up assign bless. And then kind of the same thing for this. Don't know if that's the best way to do it, but like I need a clear way, because considering I'm not working this full time, sometimes it's hard for me to go back and understand. Good thing I remember this one specifically, but anyways, I think doing debug is gonna be fun. Okay, so debug get level on bless on assign bless. All right, there's one. That'll be easier, and the other one. Okay, so those two are dev only. I don't care about the other stuff on the save data for now. But we do have a lot of things. I actually remember when I built this, I was like, I really liked the way that I built it because I Like I could be very modular with it, but I guess it's just how it goes, right? The game is getting a little bit too big and things are starting to get a little bit messy. Which is why I'm also like renaming some stuff, because I don't want things to get too messy to a point where I can't understand what it is. A blessings is what yeah, okay. I'll keep those here for now. Yeah, all that to say that I have to create something like this, but like it has to be interactive. Let's get back to Unity. I feel like I need more coffee. Yeah, need more coffee. Gonna go get more coffee in a little bit. Coffee. Okay. I don't know if I rename this or if I just create a new one and then delete it after. I don't even know if this is still working. Let's see. It's just that this is too old. And another thing like that I think it's cool that is happening is the game that I submitted to Bracky's Game Jam actually got like decent, like not ratings, but like people that play the game and left a review like seem to enjoy it. Obviously the game is not done, so most issues arise from the fact that the game isn't complete. So I'll probably finish it, then make a video about the journey and kind of showcasing a little bit of the game too, because I feel like that was an interesting game, and like the state that it was when we released it, it was I can almost climb it. That's another thing that I want to work on. So I have look up and look down, which is good. But I want to work on the kicks. Like I feel like we can improve this. Right? It's fine, but it can be much better. Yeah, I like how cartoony everything feels. I know it's a Metroidvania and people are like, I don't know if that's what people like the most about Metroidvanias, but I really like the character controls and how cartoony it feels. Maybe the sound effects need a little bit more work. Okay, so yeah, so that was the animation, and we have some errors here, which is fine. That was expected. You see, I don't mind the animation, but I feel like... So there are two animations happening, right? One is scripted and the other one is via inspector. So the first one... Well, they play at the same time, right? So it's going to be a little bit hard to see both, but... There's the character animation and the, like, stand or whatever that is animation. So if you look closely, alright, so this is the stand where the orb is, and this is the game. So if I collect things, you can see that the stand animates, which is one thing. It's just fine, it's a fine animation. But that doesn't really matter, like I don't care about this animation. Which is what I think is happening here. Mostly, yeah. And But the character animation, I think we should keep it. We remove the orb, but we keep the animation. Don't know if that's too cartoony or maybe we need to change the animation. Don't know. We'll see. I kind of like it. Again, it is a little bit more cartoony. But honestly, I kind of like it. One thing that I don't like is the fact that Atlas is behind the UI and he's kind of darkened by the gradient. But... and the UI kind of works well-ish. Like, that's not bad. Because I'm really stretching the proportions, let's say. So that's not too bad. Okay, so let's think. I could keep this animation as it is. And I could do maybe... well, I could keep the animation as it is and then remove the orb. I could remove the orb, but I could keep the flame. Because the orb itself is not that fun, but like the flame... what is the flame? Flame from? Yes. I don't know. Oh, that's a thingy. Oh, which what I don't know. But like, I don't know. Keep it. I don't know if that's gonna look good enough. Maybe it has to be behind the player. Yeah, I kind of like the... obviously the orb is pretty cool, but like now that we're not using it anymore, I don't think it should be there. So that's one animation, but like I feel like that animation should be for items, because it's something that you collect and then it creates this animation and then you collect something useful. I think for blessings maybe it should be like a light beam from above or something like that. I mean, for now we don't have to complicate things, so I guess I could just... let's do this for now. I'll keep the animation, I'll keep the UI, and we'll fix those issues here, and then we'll have it printed in here. Where this is, we'll do the actual blessing. Oh, where is this coming from? Forgot that I did this. I did a debug layer for me to debug things on computers and all devices, which is cool. It works. But sometimes, like when I want to double click, it doesn't go to where I want to go. I think there's a way for me to fix this. I mean, there must be a way, but like I haven't done it. So, anyways, updating select orb. So this would be select blessing, right? And oh, okay. So this is the orb controller, and I guess I can use it for the blessings and just rename stuff. I guess that would work. Oh. All right. Let me stop the game so it doesn't crash. So I'm gonna go grab just a little bit more coffee and I'll be right back. And then we'll do like interaction with the statue instead of collecting the orb. And then we'll have some debugs. And then I want to start working on the UI so we can show the orbs on the UI. So might do some fixes. I'll be right back. I'll just grab more coffee. Alright, I think we're back. Let me double click. Okay. That's not what I was getting into. There we go. Okie dokie. So, the game is compiling. I don't know why. We're back. Cool. Right. Okay, so let's see. Well, I'll start working on this. So we have cooldowns here, which is not something. Like one of the changes is that each blessing will have its own sort of controller, which I kind of already have. It's just moving stuff from what it is at the moment to where it should be. For example, none of this matters in here. But anyways, so again, none of this matters, which is something that I had to figure out. I'll rename this to for selected. I'll have some events here. We also have some events here. Why are not the events together? It should be bosses. So we don't have a brief. So again, the problem with this is it assumes I'm gonna always have a prefab, like a bullet or an arrow or something like that, right? I guess part of the job is just cleaning it up, really. Aim UI, so that we'll have that anyways. Maybe we won't have that on some platforms. That's part of the thing that I was doing, like this control profile, because like the aiming on the PC alternative profile is the one that I like the most, like personally, which is WSD to move, spacebar, and then we have shift for the dash, and then use the mouse button to use the skills, right? And then the other buttons are like control or E, things that are closer to your left hand, and then your right hand you aim, and then you use the skills, right? And then the default would be for people that play Metroidvanias usually, which is like arrow keys to move, and then you have like this 6-button type of deal with the A, S, D, and Z, X, and C, which is like it's like one of those old arcade style buttons, right? You have like 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom, and then you use those, kind of that, right? So when you do that, you obviously you only have 2 hands, right? So on the alternative mode, you have the mouse to aim. On the default mode, if you want to aim, like you have to use the arrow keys. So say you want to throw something up, or you want to like use your sword slash upwards, you hold the up key to do that, and then left key to do on the left, right key to do on the right, and downwards you press the down arrow key. And then I think it should be like the direction should be like the 8 directions, and on the mouse it could be a little bit more freeform, like it doesn't really matter, like you just point at something and calculate the direction. I think that's the best way to do it on the mouse. So it's different play styles really. The only thing the point that I want to get to is like, is this gonna make a difference on gameplay? Like, is this such a big deal that will affect like level design or things like that? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if that difference is gonna make the game bad for some people, I don't know. I don't think it's such a big deal, because in both cases you're aiming, but one you're using your body direction, the other one you can use the mouse. I guess the alternative mode is a little bit easier, because technically you could that's a good question actually, because technically you could run away from an enemy but also aim at the enemy. Can you do that with the... I guess you could, like, for example, if it's in most cases you press a button then you throw something, if it's a projectile. If it's a sword it doesn't really matter, right? But if it's a projectile then that's the case. But if you're using a bow and then we want to get that motion of pulling the cord and then releasing it, what we can do is, like, once you start pulling and you aim into a certain direction, the character faces that direction anyways, and then you can move. But then again, it's gonna be harder for people that don't have the mouse, isn't it? So we have a problem. Oh boy. Yes, we kind of have a problem here. I'll highlight those, because obviously it makes more sense to use the mouse, but then I know that there are people that play like this, and some people that play like this are really like Metroid. I don't want to say like, I don't want to label them as like, this super race that plays Metroidvania, but like some people that play Metroidvania really like this control scheme or something closer to that. And when I say this control scheme, I'm not saying this exact control scheme. I'm saying like using the arrow keys and then some combination of keys for combat and skills. So the aiming part of this is going to be important. I feel like mouse and right stick on controllers are fine. I'm not sure about this. I don't know how. I guess you could hold, for example, Alt and then have it aim. That would be hard though. That would be really, really tough. But I guess that's an option. I'll leave it in here so I can think about it. Which is why I mean, like, sometimes when I'm not sure if we're gonna have aiming UI every time. So to fix this, I could have a setting for that, right? So I could put it on the settings, and then people can toggle on and off, right? Because in some cases you will need it. Okay, let's see, where did I put the settings stuff? Okay, where did I put the settings stuff? Settings, game settings, game settings UI. This is wrong, by the way, but that's fine. Okay. So this is for audio. We'll use some UI options. Or yeah, okay, it's UI options, yeah. Public. No, UI. In UI. Okay. So that links the provider. Let's I'm not sure how to do this. Not that I don't know how to do this, I do know how to do this. It's just I don't know if I should do this way exactly. Let's see. So we do have some other stuff in here. Localization also, so let's organize this a little bit. So this is audio. This is display. And then we have UI. Oh, there you go. That's what I was trying to get at. I don't need to link events or any of this. I don't think. But I do need to have something. UI settings. Okay. That would be set. Change language. I don't know. I'll have a look at this later. So many questions, not that many answers. Okay, display settings, change display settings, that's fine. Audio settings and then UI settings. So we'll do set UI. What I'm trying to see if I can create like some sort of pattern, because like this is set music volume, that, or maybe it's fine. Maybe I'm thinking too much about this. Maybe that's okay. And then we'll do or sorry, volume. What? Oh. Okay. And then, hang on. In here. I mean, that's the best that I can think of. We can change it later if required. So we'll leave that to the player, so the player will decide if it's worth or not. So get, so set aiming 1. Settings provider, settings. I'm probably gonna have to set it up on the scriptable stuff. Okay. Setting UI. Yeah, setting UI. Did I put toggle at somewhere? Yes. Let's rename it. Ah, yeah. The UI and UI. Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, that's for Fmod, which I don't care. But I do care about the what is it? Yeah, this is the place where it links everything, right? I see. Okay, so we'll keep it as this for now. Okay. Settings provider. So I'm loading from the settings, and then I need to update on the data. Okay, so yeah, let's see if I can figure out what that is. So settings, game core settings, is that it? No. App settings, booleans. I think that's it. Not sure. Like, do I have a simple? I don't want this to get too complicated though. Bool connection SO. Do I have a simple one? No. So I'm probably gonna have to create one. This is so complicated. do we need a connection? Like, do I want the connection? Because I feel like we don't need it. Yeah, we don't need it. I guess we can go without it. I was thinking a little bit too much. Okay, UI and UI. Probably gonna do that. And where is it? Get away from this. This loads the thing, okay. And it should save itself. Which means then I can reliably work with this. I don't need an event because I could hook up some events here and have a bool internally, but like, let's make my life easier, right? Okay. What else? So we don't need any of this. This is also handling the orb selection, which is something that we're gonna have to look at. It's too close together. Okay. Okay, we have too many methods here. So let me organize myself a little bit. Don't care about those. Back to checkpoint. So that was something I was wondering if it was worth doing. And I'll keep it, but probably gonna need to work on ARB switch. Huh? Did I comment the thing out? Well, that's weird. I'll keep this commented. Just noticed something. This is not gonna make a difference, right? Because this only blocks the I might actually need the thingy. And this is the animation that we are talking about. So many things here to fix. We don't care about wordplay or video. We're not even using those things. Like, I don't think we'll ever use them again. Okay, have the events here, we have the getters, and then update UI. That's not gonna help us too much because this assumes the thing is already in place. I guess what we can do is whenever you go to show MUI, when we try to hide it, it doesn't matter, right? But when you go to show, instead of just saying it's true, we could check if the thing is, when we disable, we also want to hide the UI. So that would be player settings, UI, aiming, or instance, and display in UI. If that's the case, then we do this. And we also want to have some events here, so we'll do this. And this is gonna be for UI settings. And again, like, this is mainly because oh shit. Okay, we'll do it in here. Let's do a generic pool. Okay, so update pool setting on what is this? This is aiming on display aiming UI update. Okay. I don't care about this for now. All I care is when I do change it, I also invoke this. Okay. And then here, we'll have to have some events here. Now, yeah, I'll put them here. So, player or game settings. The game settings. Where did I put this again? Player settings. Yes, player settings. So, my bad. Player settings. That's on. Yes, and then we'll do. Do we have an event handlers? Event callbacks. Good callbacks, actually. Trying to be too specific with me. What is it called? We'll call it the same thing. We'll do full value. That's fine. Now, I will have to This one is gonna be a little bit different because I do need to keep it persistent. Unstroy. And I'll do that, and then here, if it's not, like if we do not do anything, then we do foresight. Like if we disable it, we'll do foresight. Everything else we keep it the same. That's all we need for here. So that solves the problem of the aiming, I think, because it still doesn't solve the key bindings, because it depends on how people like to play it. I'll have to test it, but like at least the aiming situation, it kind of is fixed because it's in the settings. People can tweak it, and then if they want to play with the mouse and or the right stick on the controller, then it works great, right? But if they don't want to do that, they just want to do like almost like an arcadey feeling to the game, then they can remove it. Again, going on off the premise that I want to do profiles so I can test it like quickly, and then enabling people to customize when they're at home or playing on their own computer, because I don't feel like people customize too much at events or like quick presentations, but like as soon as they get the game for themselves, they usually do. At least it's what I noticed. I might be wrong, but okay, just having a look at the event that we're gonna participate. We have 6 weeks to finish like we're close to having a demo, a working demo, by the way, like a proper demo. So we want to use that opportunity for a playtest, and then we'll open for like more people to play the playtest, and then we'll release the demo. So those things are gonna happen really fast, which is why I'm trying to figuring those things out and not leaving things for later. Like everything that I'm seeing that is wrong, I'm trying to fix, because I know it can become problems later. Okay, but anyways, so this is for aiming, right? We don't care too much about this now because this is already working, so we don't have to. Okay, this is probably not gonna be used anymore, but it again doesn't matter. This is working. We're not gonna change that. This is what I was trying to figure out. If we keep this sequence, you see, in terms of animation, this is already correct. So this is for item. So this is get item. I think for blessings it should be different. So I don't know. Ugh. You can never have enough coffee, right? Don't know. Can we simplify this? Is that actually true? How? Oh. No, thank you. Now this one is something that can we not do Atlas Spanish? I feel like that's better. Darken screen, that's fine. We cannot deactivate because we do need. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. Don't know. Can we have a look at examples? See if I can find an example. Oh, it is some more coffee, jeez. Sorry, guys. I don't see any clear example. Because one of the things I was thinking of was just like, if Unity allows me. I'm just waiting for you. There you go. So one of the things that I could do is having the character. Oh, that's something that I should build, shouldn't it? I think I should build like a system where the character can look at stuff. Like, because I already have. Oh my god. So sorry, guys. Because I already have the bones. Do we have the bones for the head? I have. We only have one bone. Oh, and that's not technically. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. Because what I wanted was like, well, we do have anime. Hang on. I'm pretty sure I have something like that. Where is it? Animation. There. I don't know if I've done this properly. Where is lookup? I know there is a lookup and oh, there you go. Because I could also fake it, right? But anyways, what I was trying to get at is we could have an animation where the character looks up and then like a beam of light comes down, giving the character like the, and we could do like a cool transition for the blessing. And we can keep the other animation, but like keep that for keeping that for like special items or things like that. Because technically that animation works well if you have an item to hold. Like character does like its acrobatics and then it kind of holds an item, right? We have a little bit more energetic music. I'm feeling like I'm gonna sleep anytime soon with this. Let's see. Let's see, chill. Most things are related to sleep. Like most of the tracks. Try to have a more energetic. Oh, that's gonna be fun, I think. try that. Even that is fucking okay. That's fine. Oh, never mind. What I was talking about? Yeah, so we keep the other animation for items because it makes sense. Like you're collecting a new item, it's kind of fun. But I don't know how many items we're gonna have. I feel like either Atlas looks up, but if Atlas does look up, does it look up to the statue, or does it look up to like beyond the statue? Because if we take Atlas, move it closer, right? And then we'll put the animation. Oh boy. Character is looking up. Maybe we'll look up to the statue, I think. Defining those things are not easy because it does take a little bit of time to create them, and then if they don't look great, then you kind of wasted a few hours of development. And we don't have that much time, then those things become an issue. But let's see, because I think Atlas can look up. And then maybe something could be activated on the statue. And then Atlas kind of reacts to it. Maybe. Let's see, we did have some like some light beams. See if I can grab one. I think I need to go to the... There. Kind of that, but not exactly that. So we'll copy and adjust. It would be something like that, right? That's not what I was trying to get at. I was trying to get, yeah, let me try to explain a little bit better. But like, I was trying an outline, and I know we can use, Yeah, something like this. Like, it kind of feels like you're activating something, but I feel like I hate this texture. Do we not have like a more fire-like texture? That's so many things on this project. There must be something. I don't know, is this? Does it have to be trans? Oh, okay, that's cool. Kinda that. See what I mean? Like, it's activated now. Maybe we can play with the alpha instead. So I was like, or maybe it's something more like instant. But that's also fine. I feel like the light rays should... The light rays should be here anyways. It should like give the mood of getting a blessing. But maybe this, like the alpha on the, not the general alpha, like the outline alpha should be animated. So and then kind of, okay, so that could work. So Atla looks up at the blessing. Okay, so all right, let's figure this out, then I will start coding. So Atla looks up at the statue kind of glows up, and then kind of Atlas absorbs the blessing, and then the statue kind of fades. So because the statue kind of loses its power source or whatever. Right, so and then we at the same time we can do some animations on Atlas to kind of indicate that he got, you know, obviously the customization for the blessing. By the way, this has to be somewhere, right? Like, I'm pretty sure. Again, I'll keep this, but this is not for the blessing. This should be for the item, which is why I've renamed this. This is gonna be game or item acquiring sequence, and then we'll do another one here. Private enumerator, blessing acquired, and then we'll keep it empty for now. Or actually, let's put the blessing type, and then we'll keep it empty for now. Yes, so this shows the new orb on the UI, that's fine. Done. Okay. What I'm trying to figure out here is where I update the customization, because Atlas gets armor and a sword and a shield from the customizations. So I want to see where I get that, like, or where do I set that actually. I do have errors, that's fine. Let's see. No? Probably. Okay. I'm trying to understand because, like, I'm sure I really don't remember. Like, where did I put it? Atlas character, horizontal movement. Maybe it's on the Atlas character here. Abilities, item. Ah, there you go. So it's these customization items here. Found it. Been a while. See, why this is one of the reasons I want to just dive into this project and just get it done, because you forget things quickly. And there's a new, let's say, wave of game developers that are just wanna make smaller games, and they're finding success to some degree. Not saying that I want to jump on that wave per se, but like, it's understandable because it gets too complicated, especially like the amount of code there is in this project is just enormous. Like, sometimes it's really hard to figure out or remember even what's going on. For example, I remember that I did this to fix an issue with the Unity's input system. If you ask me if this is still necessary, I don't know. So, but anyways, we're looking for customization. There you go. That's where you update the customization, and we do get, because we do get by level, right? But what changes now is that, like, level 1 is already everything, you know, like you get all of the stuff from level 1, and that's the main thing. This is also marked as temporary, probably because I didn't do it correctly. Refresh orb customization. This is probably fun. One thing that I don't like about VS Code is that it doesn't tell me if this is a reference in the scene, which it might be. It shouldn't be, but it might be. And if that's the case, then so weird. So I don't know. Anyways, this was one of the things that I was looking at because I want the final level. So let's see how it's done in the Spectrum. So we'll take artists, and we have level 1, 2, and 3, which is exactly what we had before. I'm inclined to say, for now, we just make sure that it's always level 3. And the reason for that is because I've already set it up, and the upgrades are not going to be visual. Or at least not visual in the terms of like, you know, this is the blessing level 1, this is a blessing level 2. And the reason for this is, one of them is because, for example, Atlas is required to have the shield and the sword at level 1. So if we do the way that we were doing before, like we will need a bunch of customizations that we don't even know if we could have. So maybe we keep this as temporary and just say this. Yeah. Every time I cut some like a feature from the game, I get this feeling of like, should I really cut it? But at the same time, the reason I'm cutting things is because I play tested the game. It's not because I decided not to have something that I built. So it's like an internal dialogue. Like, I built this, in my head it sounds cool, but I know from playtesting that people just don't care enough. So anyways, I'll keep this open and I'll just fix this for now. I'll just do this. And then we can another thing that we could do. Okay, so instead of me doing this, which just fixes the compiler error, it should add the stuff that we need to do. So Atlas looks up. So in here I'll put assuming all blessings will come from the statue. Statue. There you go. From a statue, right? Then we glow up the statue. Then we send the energy. I'm calling it energy. So Atlas. I'll say Atlas glows. And like shoot up, which basically Atlas glows and acquires the blessing. Okay. I'll copy this and then I'll update the stuff. So Yes, that's exactly where. Okay. So okay. We don't do those anymore. This will be Atlas character. Atlas. Oh, sorry. Atlas. Top character controller. Top character coordinator. That's Sackable. I don't remember the name. I think it was something like Lookup, probably, but I'll double check. Let's double check the name. Oh, it's getting dark here, isn't it? I'll turn on the lights. Getting a little bit brighter here. Yes. Doesn't look like I'm in the pure darkness. Yeah. A little bit better. Okay, so I need to double check the name of the parameter. What is it called? So many parameters. Why do I have that? By the way, this is also something else that I'm gonna have to, because this is kind of reusable, so it shouldn't be like that. Getting item trigger. Looking up. Should I have it as a constant, maybe? No, let's keep it simple. So yeah, character looks up. Let's follow this. So this is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. Okay. So character looks up. Should there be an interaction? I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Glitcher. How are you doing, mate? Okie dokie. So yeah, I'll remove this. We're not gonna need this for this animation. We override the action map. This is required. We reset movement. We stop dash. If that's the case, we do all those things. This also, we should rename this. Where is it? Let's rename this to Bless. I think the only reason we have this is so we don't do it twice for the same blessing. So if the character gets the artist blessing and he gets the blessing again, we don't do the same animation because you can only really get it once. We'll keep it in there. We hide the AMUI, and then yeah, so that's required because we gotta wait for. This might be too long. We gotta wait for the player to understand what's going on and click OK. But before we do that, actually, so we stop the movement, stop the dash. Okay, so here, before we... Oh, no, I see. So the animation time here is supposed to be the place where we add all those animations here. So blow up the statue, send the energy, and not those acquired stuff. So where is it? Okay, so I'll put those things in here. And then make this a little bit cleaner. So pause game, zoom in, output looks up, and here we do animation time. Well, we don't care about this actually. So glow up the statue. So this means that we have to have the reference to the game object, which we don't have it right now, do we? Let's see. Let's close all those things for now. Yes, so hang on. Oops, that's my game document. Let's go back to the game. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to update the way that the character acquires new blessings in the game. So right now the character kind of plays like a little cartoonish animation, which is fine, but I'm saving that for items in the game, and for blessings, which is something a little bit more serious and a little bit more impactful, we're gonna interact with those statues. So this is Aris' statue. We'll have different statues, but for now we're doing Aris first. So what I was trying to understand is, where do I call this was actually from the art collector. So the collector calls this method, which is on the game data, and this it saves itself, and then new orb obtained. Maybe that's what I'm trying to look for. I keep forgetting about this. Yes, exactly. So it does have new blessing obtained. So that's where I start things. Okay, so it gives me the blessing type, but the blessing type isn't enough. Blessing type isn't enough in this case, because I need more context. I need to know, like, the statue. I need to know. Oh, I guess the rest I can get with the blessing type. Unless I have some way to just cache it from the beginning. For example, one way to do this would be from the game level. Game level would have a reference to it. Where is the game level? I might be blind. Oh, there you go. Game level. It has already so many stuff in, like, so many little things. But yeah, it's down here, so let's open this up. And because there are not that many, like, it shouldn't be a problem. If I had, like, I don't know, 200 of those, then it would be a problem, but I'll have probably around 10, so not that many. I would like to do more, but, like, realistically, I think I only have 12 or 10 to 12 maximum. So, okay. So we have reference to level entries, to zones, and then we can just do another field in here. Not great, to be honest, but we'll do it like this for now, just so we can test it. What do I want here? So blessings. Yep. Come on. There you go. Realize here, private. Let's do a key pair. I can never remember which one. Oh, this one. So we'll do blessing type, because that's what I get from the callback. And then we'll do. So in here it would be the orb collector, but since the orb collector is no longer a thing, right? I should change it. So possible, call it possible collectors? Probably possible collectors. Oh, and this has to be a list, because I might have more than one. Unlikely, but I might have more than one. Okay. Right. From this, do I have a collectibles folder somewhere? Let's see. Is there a gameplay? Oh yeah, there we go, gameplay. I'm really not seeing the collectibles. I'm sure I have it, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I can't figure it out. Did I make something stupid? Maybe. Let's see. Let's see if we can find the collectible. No? Alright. Collectible. Card collectible. Game item collectible. Yes, that's it, because this has the collectible persistence. By the way, yes, we use the same thing. Okay, cool. So, game item collectible. Oh, but it's just a class. It's not like I was thinking this would be more self-contained, but it's just something that I created. Nothing fancy, actually. Okay, so what we can do is we can organize this a little bit better. So gameplay, Atlas character controller. We'll create a new folder here called blessings, and then we'll have we're calling our collector, so let's call blessing collector, or yeah, let's call it blessing collector. Might regret this name later, but whatever. Let's just copy this because it's pretty much the same code. Why is this not working? Selection base. Why is selection base not working? Oh, because yeah. Okay, so we don't need this. I mean, I'm sure there is a class. I mean, come on. I have to remember this. So collectible, or is it interactable? It might be interactable actually. Ah, no, interactable requires me to orb dash kickstone. Yeah, there is no interaction for, well, it would be this, right? Interactable, yeah, it would be this. So only once, yeah, that's the one I'm looking for actually. So it would be blessing. Let's rename this. Blessing interactable, and then will be interactable. Persistence. We do need the blessing type, obviously. And in this case, on the game level, we don't even need this anymore. We can just have the art collectors here. So list of, on in that case, blessing interactable. So blessing interactable. That's all we need, and then we can do a getter here. And just do something like blessing interactable, get blessing interactable, and then we pass in the type that we want, which is blessing type. Brain not working anymore. Blessing, that's what we want, and then we can do return that's interactables, and just do a simple find. It's not that big of a deal. And then oops, in here we can just create a property. Simple blessing type, blessing. I'll rename this too. Just feel like it should be called blessing. Okay. And then we just compare the blessing with blessing. Okay. These can return null, but that's fine. We could have a button here for like filling this automatically. Probably a good idea. Fill blessing interact. I don't know if it has to be the same name. I never remember those things. Let's see. I wish it could have given me the thing. Bottom size, name, bottom size, name, bottom size. Okay. Doesn't seem to. Okay, I'll just do. View blessing interactable. There we go. I think I can make it private later, but I'll do it for now. So in blessing interactable equals find all or find any object, find objects. I don't know why you need to change their naming stuff. Blessing interactable. The list. Why are you not liking this? Oh, I need to pass in a sorting mode, so include everything. Yes? What are you complaining on? No. Oh, well, we'll make sure we... You see, they changed it so much that even IntelliSense doesn't work anymore properly. But I'm done complaining, sorry. Exclude or include. Forgot what the name was. So was... What is the name of the thing? They have sort mode, which is this, and then find Objects inactive. Dot include. I don't have to do it the other way around. That was messy. Could have been cleaner. But that's fine. All they needed was just like setting default values for both, and then you could override if you want to, because realistically most people don't even care about this. I think this can be private, but we'll double check. I always forget if this button thing is from Unity itself, so I don't know if we can do it this way. We have errors. Oh yeah, I don't want to do that now, so I'll just delete this. I'll delete this. I'll keep the events, I'll just rename them. Okay, so that's done. It's simple, but I'm assuming the interactable class will handle most of it. I will have to update the interactable class to handle key inputs for interactions. But yeah, that will be a problem for future me. Okay. Right. So no errors, which is good. I was going to test. Oh yeah, I remember. So the game level. Let's add the thing first, obviously. Where is it? So there you go. So that would be a blessing What? Oh yeah, I forgot to change the name of the file. Where is it? This. So this will be named blessing interact. And we'll go back to Unity. I don't understand why Unity is having a every time I change the file outside of Unity, K has a hard time. So I'll stop doing that. I was doing that because it was faster for me, but Unity seems to have a hard time doing that. Maybe because it thinks that it changed outside of the project, so it has to do more work behind the scenes, maybe? I don't know. That's just guess, but Unity seems to be having a hard time with that. Blessing interactable. Also, I know my PC is not the best, so there's that. Aris, okay, so that's all I need to set up. Then I can come to game level. And hopefully if I just press this, yay, there we go. Okay, so that's a great workflow actually. Because I'm caching everything beforehand, so I don't have to do it runtime. I'm not having to do like some crazy stuff. And it's already on the game level, which I have instant access to. And then I can get this from a getter from game level itself. Okay, so that's not perfect, but at least it follows a strong logic where I collect something I'm just wondering if... Yeah, I think it will work. I'm just wondering if the flow of the animation will be correct with this. But I'll test. I'll have to test. I'll just have to make sure that the timing is correct. But anyways, this should work because it's kind of clean, and I collect something, I get the data, and then I can do all the animations. And game level handles all the... Oh yeah, I was gonna test if this can be private, which I think it can. Let's see. And then I don't have to worry about, one, manually assigning things, which is a nightmare, and I can cache it so it doesn't do that runtime. I could do a fail safe, like or maybe a warning saying, I don't know. I'm just wondering if I forget this for whatever reason, like this is gonna cause bugs. I shouldn't forget it because like a blessing is something really important in the game, so I should test it, but there is the case where I forget. I don't know. And because like the scenes are very large, which is why I don't want to do this runtime, because the scenes, like, they have way too many objects. So I do want to cache it, obviously. But if I put a warning on this, I feel like I might miss it. So I don't know. I'll think about a solution. But for now, that's fine. So I'm just gonna test if this can be private. Yes, it can. Okay, great. So that works. That's fine. And I can keep this button here. And I'll region thing. I'm doing regions all over the place because the code and everything is getting so big that sometimes it's too much stuff on screen. So I'll do just this. Just organize this a little bit real quick. Okay. You don't have to worry about the other stuff for now. There's a lot of things here that I would like to organize, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Anyways, okay, so we collect the thing. Where were we? We were doing the animations, right? So looking up. By the way, let me update this. And this I'll use some other time, but I'll keep this exact thing because it's still good. Okay, so now I could do those things. Okay. I feel like what I should really have is I almost hate saying this, but like it's pretty much like an event. I know I already have all those events, but this is not being called, so maybe I call that, because that could glow up the statue, send the energy, like all this I can set up from the inspector, because it might need small tweaks. I know that at the same time it's like it's annoying to have things in the inspector because you never know what is really going on, but I feel like this should be fine. It's just animations, I guess. These specifically I want to do here, so these I want to do from the code, but those two I want to do from the inspector. So we'll just get the statue, which is game manager game level, and then we'll get blessing, and then we'll use the blessing. Did we call blessing time? Oh, call time. Making it the same name so I don't make mistakes, hopefully. So if statue is null, then we have big problems. I'll just do this for now. Yeah. Otherwise I guess we can call statue dot on blessing collected. The reason I have 2 events, by the way, is because wait, that's not it. The reason I have 2 events, by the way, is because this is for when I collect the first time, like I collected, and the other one is like if I'm playing a saved file, or I go back to a like the region where the blessing is, the statue is, then I already have it set up so the player doesn't collect it again. So this is for the animation, like the interaction animation, and this is just like let's reboot to where the player last, made progress. Most stuff's gonna be the same between all of them, which is why I'm probably gonna set up a prefab now and just create variants. That should be enough. Okay. Go back. Kinda need more coffee, but I'll try to go on a little bit more without it. Okay. That's fine. I don't know why I didn't put spaces on those things. It's so hard to read. Right, so this is the thing, and then this is where I should do, for example, the glow. Okay, so this is what I kind of mean for, regarding the animations and the glow and stuff. So we could do container animations, and then we can do, say, animation. Well, call it start. We can do more stuff later. So manual animation, and then we'll do. Think we can do float. Is it float? I think it's a float. Let's see if it's a float. Yes, it is a float. So it's underscore outline alpha. Underscore outline alpha. See why I want to do this from inspector? Like putting all those things in code, it feels like a pain to later update. And if the prefab contains the whole thing, it should be fine. So all I gotta do here is make sure that I trigger this. begin transitions, and then everything else will be done from there. Okay, so I have to put a material. That's the catch. Can we do from the sprite renderer? We'll try from the sprite renderer. We'll try to cheat. Yes, it's gonna work. Don't worry about the errors. Errors are fine. So we want to set it to 1, and let's do the accelerate. See if that's gonna be good enough. I do have a play after, or after run event after. So yeah, that's another interesting thing. I'm not gonna put it in here. I'll probably do sequences. I'll create a sequence after. What do I call this? I call this statue. Let's call it statue plus. Run again after. So I'll do this slightly different this time, just because I want to do more things. So we'll do this instead, and then everything will run from this. So this will be immediate. First thing that we're gonna do is the animation. Just begin transitions, and then we'll do another run event after. Maybe half a second, or maybe not even that. Just a little bit after that. Okay. And then what was the sequence again? Look up. Glow up the statue, send energy. Yes, so we do have an effect that kind of does that. We could add it in here. I'll create another container. It's on the boss, one of the bosses that we have in the game. Let's see if I can find it. Refund. Where are the bosses on this game? That's one of them. I don't know if that's the one that I'm looking for. Prefabs, character enemies. Oh, that's old. Is that bosses? Furunter? I think that's the one. Prefab boss battle. Orb. Okay. That's fine. I just need the aura. Come on. I know it's here somewhere. References? Yeah, it's not this one. Steel Orb, that's the one. Okay, let's put it in here. I know it kinda needs, yes, external quarters. And I'm pretty sure I need like an extractor or something in here. So many effects. References. Let's see. The particle attractor attract. I know it needs. Maybe you don't need a component actually. Oh, there you go. I have. Never mind. I have a. So the target would be Atlas. Where's Atlas? There you go. Or that'll be the target, sorry. And then the origin would be the statue, which is the model. Or in this case, let's do. I like to keep things organized like this. I know it looks like a lot of stuff, but it's the type of thing that I don't want to keep updating all the time. So. Or the origin, that would be the origin. And then I'll keep that as it is, and then I'll from my sequence, I'll call this, I think that would work. I don't know if it's just activating this will work because, let's see. Yeah, no, it's not gonna work. So I have to set it like this, and then instead I'll have to do a play. And that's it. Okay, so from the original idea, you glow up the statue. Yeah, so obviously I'm gonna have to polish this, right? But let's do one thing at a time. So up until here, everything should work just fine. The only thing is, instead of clicking a button to interact, which is what I prefer in this case, I'll have to like dash or something. So let's see. I am going to test it. Let's see. Oh boy. The thing is, like, there are so many pieces to get to this stage that I don't know if I messed up something. Like from save data to like just SO definitions and like interactions and character abilities and all that. Oh boy. Why? Why am I here? Oh. Well. No, we just need dash. We don't require orbs. We don't care for the events, only once. Huh, that's weird. Because we do have a shot. Hang on. Maybe it was my mistake. Can I? Let's put this over here. Maybe I was already too close to the statue at the beginning. Why am I being teleported to the statue? Ha! Isn't that hilarious? I don't know. Is that because of the layer? Might be because of the layer actually. No, it's not. It's just going there. It's like it's being attracted. That's so weird. Let me take a step back. Why? Why is this happening? Okay, so it is the statue, but it's not the thing. Is it the blessing here? I'm just gonna test it. Oops. Okay, so it's not that. Oh, hang on. Is it this copy position? Yeah, it might be copy position. Okay. Right. So it's the other way around then. It's this with the target. Yeah, is that correct now? The target is no, sorry, it's the other way around. Why did I make this so confusing? So it's the origin to the target. Well, that's the origin position, and this is what it's gonna go. Jesus Christ! I could have put it like from to, but if it's that, it's the other way around. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Something that I'm thinking about right now. Do I need the layer? I don't think I need the layer. Okay, yeah, let's test it. Let's see. Copy position also doesn't do the effect that I was thinking about, which is like a particle attractor. Okay. So obviously nothing is working. That is expected. Where is the checkpoint? Which again, oh yeah, so we do need the interactable layer. Why did I think we didn't need it? I know I was testing the thing, but for a second I thought that wasn't required. But it makes sense to be required because we need it for collision. Alrighty. Okay. Okay, still not working. So, checkpoint. We have a collider. Interactable. Oh, does it need tag too? That's a redundancy. That shouldn't be required. So. Why is it not detecting anything? Dash. Oh no, not this one. I want this. So warp dash. Yeah, it doesn't matter. That is so weird. Why? Okay. Nothing here. Nothing really here. Okay, let's see what I'm doing differently. Interaction or okay. Not anything different, like per se. Like it looks like the same thing. Oh, that's just like custom stuff that I was building but not using anymore. But they should work. Is interactable or interaction? Yeah. Oh, is it because it's too small? The beginning of the live I said it has to be like somewhat small. But then I realized that that is only true for the input key, which we'll have, but like right now I'm just testing with the dash, so it might just going through it, which shouldn't happen, but it might, you know, I don't know, might be the thing, might be the problem. It wasn't a problem. Okay. I don't know. I mean, it's here. let's see. Those collision issues are always annoying to solve. We'll figure it out. I just want to make sure that this works. Because if it does, then I can refine everything later. Oh, I made a mess on this game object organization. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Logic, placeholder now, rotational targets, maybe, no. Feedback, rotational, maybe it's here. References, yes, maybe here. Huh. Didn't see it in here. Okay. Huh. There must be one. I mean, I'm pretty sure I had an object. Activation. There you go. That's the one. Ah, I see it. By the way, that was something cool that I did on the project. I don't know if it's possible to see, but like you can see a grid around the character, because like platformers, or you know, it's the Metroidvania, but like in some cases it's really hard to identify where the character can go if the frame rate is inconsistent, and you never know when it's gonna be inconsistent. Especially when you're applying forces, you're dashing, you're jumping. That's true for most games, by the way. So that was a solution that I kind of created, with like a grid that checks possible movement. So yeah, probably gonna break down at some point to visualize this better. But it's pretty much like a 9 grid, like it kind of checks all the possible blocks with the character size around it, and if those movements can be made. It's very simple actually, but kind of fun too. Okay, so activation trigger dash. So I don't know what's going on. This trigger. Does the checkpoint, like, do I, hang on, do I need, is one of those rich body problems, is it? Do I need a rigid body? Oh, I think I know what it is. Right. I'm sorry, guys. That wasn't me. Where was the old one? So. Sometimes you spend too much time coding. Okay. Interactable methods. Just do. I think it's this one, right? It's this? No, interaction. It's interaction. Sorry. It's interaction. we not have a persistence? Or we have interactable data persistence? Those will conflict. Well, we kinda need both anyways. I'll keep both for now. Collectible, state persistent, and collectible state persistent. We'll do that. Hang on. Let's make sure I'm not doing anything stupid. Oh wait, there we go. Now what cache? Yes, we don't. Okay, we might need. I don't think we need anything fancy for this actually. This handles itself. Just caching the reference so I can pass it in here. But yeah, that's something I'm gonna have to decide if it's gonna be a collectible or interactive. I don't know, interactable. Okay. All right, I'll test to see if it works. Then I'll probably continue tomorrow. I'll start a little earlier tomorrow. Today's the first day back. Like, it's been a long time without producing anything for the channel. I know my channel is not huge, but still, like I feel like I was on a good moment and then I stopped because life. There we go. It's all broken, but it works, right? So you can see the customization in there, which is cool. What is this? Why is this a problem? Oh, he actually gave me an error here. Wait. What? You mean to tell me the whole system that I was proud of building is actually wrong? What is wrong with you? I'm joking. Okay, so blessings. I don't want this. I'll remove it for now. Game level. What? Oh yeah, I don't know. I removed it to debug and then. Okay, I'll try again. All I want to see is what we kind of saw is just like the customization there and some type of animation. I don't know if the camera, the zoom in on the camera works, but we'll see. You can kind of see the particles in there. You see the glow too. Okay, yeah, I have to polish the animation, but like the core thing is in there, like is working. Okay. All right. I feel like I'm gonna stop right here. I have to polish those animations, and I also have to fix a bunch of errors. For example, the localization stuff. So I'll stop here for today. It's good to be back. I know, again, my channel is not huge, but I feel like I was in a good place with devlogs and stuff. And I want to develop more my game on stream. And obviously I'll be back with videos. I have the Bracky's Game Jam video, which is going to be fun, and more devlogs. And obviously the playtesting for the Tale of LUMI, which is going to be fun. That's it. I'll stop right here for today. I'll be back tomorrow earlier. Yeah. Catch you soon. Bye-bye.